Hey, greetings, Internet. Good morning. It's a snow day. Right, Lucy? Yeah, that snow certainly did come down quite a bit last night. They said 6 to 12, and I think it's about 6 to 12, depending on where the drifts are. So after me and Lucy here enjoy a morning breakfast and some coffee, I think it's time to go outside and hit up the slack line. Should probably get changed first. Hey, good. I need my hat. Ah, that's better. So yeah, I'll probably have to layer up a little bit more before I head outside. It's pretty dang cold out there. Last night I think it got below zero even, which doesn't really happen too often, and I think it might be the first time it happened here this year in Michigan. So I got the camera out. Lucy loves to play with the strap. Right, Lucy? Sometimes? Yeah, it's a game for her. I don't think I'll be taking this outside for the slackline. We'll probably be relying on the use of my GoPro. It's got a housing that makes it waterproof, so I'm not so worried about it getting damaged out in the snow. So we will do some video right here of my setup from my perspective, so you, the viewers back home, can get a little sneak peek behind the stage. So here, I got my Brio right here in the middle of my ring light, and I have these two soft boxes that I'm using for the first time ever today. There, of course, is my, light adjustment. Oh, we have a little advertisement there. Check it out. If you don't know who that guy is, you should probably definitely check him out on YouTube. Yeah, we have my monitor right there where I'm filming. You can see me talking about myself and waving. There it is. Oh, you have a little piece of art over there. That's a piece of art by a fellow named Sergio. He's done a lot of different paintings of various artists in the Michigan and Canadian borders back and forth. He had to do at least hundreds of them. He takes photos with his camera, then he paints very lifelike looking portraits of people. Pretty cool stuff. So yeah, there you have it. There's my little setup there. I got a table for my things, a little thing on the ground there, and some notes from earlier when I was measuring out a line and some turnbuckles for a special project that I'm working on. I'll turn off the camera now. Here's about 60 feet of jumbled up line that I need to measure out. And there is a 15-foot tape measure with Lucy holding down one side for me. Lucy, thanks for your help. You're the best manager ever. Now here we have a shorter turnbuckle and a much larger, longer turnbuckle. I have two of the shorter ones, so it was easier to get a good comparison between the length of it when it's at its closed and when it's all the way open. And I have one larger turnbuckle, and they measure in as follows right there. Small turnbuckle 27 inches to 44 open, and the large is 35 inches closed and 58 long. So those numbers should be useful when I'm measuring out this line. So after measuring my line all the way out, it came in at 51 feet and 3 inches in length. Now this is what I'm rigging from right here. You can see there's a pillar and another pillar. And we'll have heavy-duty toe straps or some sort of nylon webbing to rig around there. And then here will be our turnbuckle, and then the length of the line will be placed in here. So the length from this rigging point and that rigging point will be 51 feet and 3 inches. And then I have to factor in the length of this turnbuckle before purchasing the length of my line. I can't wait to get more into this later today. I'm going to figure this stuff out. Yeah, I'm hoping to put this camera on where the Brio is and see how that works out with the whole plan for recording. I think I might get something more consistent, less light fluctuations, maybe. We'll see how this thing functions. And then we'll also get a mount right up here, where I think this is where the flash goes, but I'm actually going to have a little mic that's got a softener, a sound softener. I don't know what they call the thing, but it's got a bunch of fuzzy bits on there. Oh, I'm sorry, Lucy. It's got a bunch of fuzzy bits just like my cat does all over their face. Yeah, some fuzzy bits all around it, I think, just to kind of soften up the sound, or what, I don't know what the terminology is. I'm learning all this stuff, but I saw it and I was like, yes, I want that. But hey, it's a great day to be alive, and thanks for tuning in with me here today. What do you say we go outside and go play on that line now? Like, right about now. Here we are. here we are. Let's see what we can do. I can't feel my fingers. I assure you, this is much harder than it looks. Let's see if I can make one full pass forward and backwards without any editing. You can tell if I'm doing any editing if I fall off because there's a bunch of snow on the ground. Yeah! Almost there. Okay, it's incredibly cold. I'm going back inside. Hey, we're back inside. Whew! That was exhilarating. Got the blood pumping. Managed to get across forward and backwards without falling off and messing up all that beautiful snow. Lucy kept the couch warm for me the whole time. Thank you, Lucy. I knew I can count on you. That was fun. So yeah, I think I started walking rails in like 2006 or 7 at Macomb Community College South Campus. There's a long handrail that goes from the upper area of the campus and it goes down more towards like where the gazebo is. Not like a valley, but there's a pitch to it, so it went down at an angle. And I spent some time walking along that path and doing some practice on rail walking is how I first got my start with line walking in general. And then some years passed, and when I first fell into a community of people, of local burners, people who go to Burning Man and subscribe to Burning Man culture. And a legendary fellow by the name of Tim TV, who taught at a dojo every Monday night, had open circus practice and flow arts. They had a performance troupe there called Fire Fabulon. And that was the first time I ever attempted walking a slackline. Slacklines move. So your handrails at Macomb Community College South Campus are rigid and stiff and they don't move at all. And then there's a 1-inch wide toe strap strung up between 2 pillars inside of Tim TV's dojo. And there was a lady that was really good at balancing and walking on them. And I tried and I couldn't stand on the thing. I would stand on it and And I would use the same approach as walking on rails, where I had to stiffen up my leg. And if you stiffen up your leg, your whole body becomes rigid. And if you become rigid, you get flung right off the line. Now, a slackline is kind of like a two-dimensional trampoline. So if you're standing on one of those and you're shaking around, you get flung off if you're rigid and stiff. The secret and the key, though, is to remain receptive and flexible and gooey and just kind of like, I don't know, like a spring, or not rigid is the key here. So if you are relaxed and you're balanced and you keep your head above the line and you allow the line to shake, and when the line shakes, after some time when you spend on the line, you'll find how much it wants to move back and forth. Probably no more than like a couple inches in either direction, except when you get closer to the center of the line, and then it really has some more waver. But once you figure out what the tolerance is on how much it wants to shake back and forth, you can relax, because you know it's not going to go too much further in one direction or the other. And then the magic happens when you do relax. Once you relax, the line stops shaking, and you can actually get that line just to sit there, and you can just kind of hang like a dead weight, or like a rock just stuck in one spot. And then in case something moves, you're ready for it. So relaxed and receptive is the way to walk a slackline. And walking on a slackline made it a lot easier for me to start walking on tight wires. So tight wires are really interesting because there's something in between the stiff, rigid handrail and the flexible slackline. And the wires, they want to shake too, but they're a little more predictable, I think. And the shake and the waver depends on how long the line is itself. And when it moves around quite a bit, if it's a long line and you're in the middle, it can be pretty intense because there's a lot of weight behind it, a lot of momentum. So you have to be really relaxed and also know when to engage the muscles in a certain way in order to keep the line from moving and tame the line and get it to stop moving so much. I don't know, that's just off the top of my head here. We'll do some tutorials on various types of line and rail, slackline, and wire walking in the future. Probably different separate tutorials for each one. I mean, there's 52 weeks in a year, so I have to make sure I space out my material. I don't think I've been giving too much too soon so far in my tutorials, but better be safe than sorry, right? Well, anyways, folks, thanks for stopping by the Paisley Couch here today. I'm the amazing Flec, and this is my manager, Lucy the Cat, and we would like to remind you all to keep safe, be well, stay humble, and peace.